I'm muted. Everybody, I am Week Haken, and today I am going to talk hockey to you. I'm going to talk hockey to everybody. But the problem for today is that this game sucks. This series sucks. I'm not sure if I want to say a word about this series. I have never been so disinterested in hockey in my life. And I'm a Coyotes fan, okay? I know what not good hockey looks like. I know what bad hockey looks like, okay? And right now, this is I am not having fun at all. I am not having fun at all watching these two teams play. These Canadians are one of the worst teams I've ever witnessed in my life. Like when I say bad, I mean one of the worst teams. Do I that I've ever seen in my life. My life. I can't stand this series, bro. Let's see how long it takes for the Canadiens to get a shot tonight, everybody. Let's do some gambling. I bet 5 minutes for these cats to get a shot. You try to dump it in. Try to dump it in. You couldn't even make it in. Couldn't even make it in. Hurricanes already attacking. Hurricane fans are getting loud. Whalers fans nowhere to be found. Whalers. Oh, blub, 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 blub in the sea. I go blub, 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 blub in the sea. I'm a whaler. A whaler. I go blub, 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 blub in the sea. Swim with the fish, 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 fishies. I'm a whale. I'm a whaler. Have you ever waited? There's like start like a Disney song for no reason. You know how Disney songs, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, everybody? How like Disney songs literally just break out for no reason. No, come on, guys. You gotta know what I'm saying. Everyone's got to know what I'm saying. Kind of want to get going. Whatever. Oh, do they get a shot? Nope. Get that puck out of there. Rexay centers it. And no, not New Hook. It was 17, which was Anderson. He misses. Hudson goes for a spin move. Look, he got taken down. Oh, delayed penalty, delay, delay. Like, just to start doing some yodeling. When's the last time you guys have ever yodeled? First, I'm the first hockey YouTuber to ever yodel. Don't deserve to be here. Dude, I didn't know I was muted that entire time. I was trying to tell everybody I'm eating these little muffins over here, these little muffs. Yeah, I get to see the goofy side of me. Oh, goofy over here, but it's okay. You're, you're normally you're boring, dude. Oh, normally you're boring. All right, no, seriously though, I just make the noises just to get reactions. Here we go. Logan, Caulfield, to Suzuki. He's able to push it ahead. Anderson had to come out. Still no shots. They keep getting pushed to the outside. What are they looking for? There's a shot right there. Nope. He went for a pass. Caulfield doesn't shoot, holds it, holds it, holds it, holds it, holds it, passes. Nope, they just keep passing. That's a shot. Demidov skates it to the top circle. Now slants it across the ice. Take the shot from Hudson. Slavkovsky with the shot. They got a shot, everyone. And you want to know what the shot was? It was a putt. It was a putt. A point blank putt into a pad. Oh, they took off the shot. Now they're gonna get another shot. What's going on? The Canadiens. Okay, now they have a shot. They have a real shot, dude. I don't know what's going on with this hockey game. Power play is over, and we were 5 minutes into the game. So I wonder if they actually scored 5 minutes in, or like at like 5 seconds too. But it took them just about 5 minutes to get one shot registered. Everybody, 5 minutes of time. Agaro, let's go Hurricanes, and I'm over here just like, yes, Hurricanes, please just end this. I'm so sick of this. I can't watch the Canadiens play anymore. Dude, it took them 5 minutes to get one shot, bro. It's been taking them 20 minutes to get only one shot. I can't watch this team. They're a bunch of frauds. I can't watch. Like, it's so hard to watch. Then they ice it. No, good. Oh, no, that's Evans. He beat him to it. He tried to get to Newhook, but they're stuck along the boards. And they made a mistake, so now the Hurricanes will skate that puck out. Stanky, cross ice speed. Was that Walker they gave it to? He went up and went closer to the boards, closer skated, and took a shot. That didn't make any sense, but he didn't get to shoot. He tried to shoot. And now we got Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller sitting behind his net. Miller, what you got? He's gonna pass. It's the Stahl coming on in. Stahl tries to beat his man. He pins him up against the boards, and he gets the Ehlers. Ehlers point blank Martinook shot. Big save. Dobish. Now the puck comes on into neutral ice where Slavkovsky muscles it and gives it to Suzuki. Suzuki! Oh, he centered it, went right into the blue paint, and the Hurricanes almost scored on themselves. It was a pass that like the tip was right there. The Hurricanes player caught the tip. If that was a Canadiens player, that would have been a free goal. A free goal. Not free. They were charged for it. But you know what I mean, guys. And we'll see. I mean, I just don't want to talk about the series any longer, everybody. It's just I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Watch the Canadians, dude. That whole power play, they were just like, we're gonna pass it, we're gonna pass it, we're gonna pass it, we're gonna lose it, then we're gonna pass it, then we're gonna lose it. Time's up. Time's up. I need the Hurricanes to win, dude. I need the Hurricanes to win. Oh, if they don't, I will be so sad because I have to talk about this odds more, dude. If they win 2 games, I would cry. If I had to do a game 7. Get me to the cup already. Kagro says, I agree with that 100%. We're done with this series. We don't care about the series no more. The series is boring. The series is chalked. I don't care about the series at all. The series means nothing to me. Don't care at all. So now we're just watching this team that just doesn't know what they're doing against a team that just feels like they're just molding this other team. They're just crushing them. It's bad. I have no idea what my card view is really looking at. Kagero is here. I'll do a pack right now. We'll do a pack of hockey cards. He likes hockey cards. I like hockey cards. Have you ever seen a pretty card? Have you ever seen a pretty card? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. San Pellegrino water. It's not a commercial. Well, man. I'm just picking a pack right off the top for you, Jet Saber. Metal Universe. Here we go. Metal Universe 24-25. Kevin Fiala. William Carlson. Golden Knights. Going to the Stanley Cup. Their 9th year in existence, 3rd time to the Cup. Dylan Strome. The Golden Knights are good for the NHL. They entertain. They show people that you don't need to build through the draft to be a good team. You can literally just trade your capital. Just trade your picks. You could trade your picks to and pay money. It works. Empower your players. Their culture is insane. Adam Fantilli. So Dylan Strome, the Capitals, they didn't make it into the playoffs. The Kings made it in the playoffs. They got swept. Fiala, he got hurt in the Olympics, so he didn't even play for the rest of the season. Gen Z, left wing Matt Boldy. Oh, look at that. Almost looks matte in the back. That's amazing. That's exactly what we want to get here on this channel. Minnesota Wild players. And our rookie, New York Islanders, Kyle McLean. I got excited for a second, then I realized this is the Celebrini set. Boldy totaled a season high 4 points, 1-3-4 in a high-scoring 10-7 victory for the Wild at home versus Vancouver on February 19th, 2023. 10-7? Wow. Hurricane score! Stankoven, or was it Hall? Taylor Hall scores for the Hurricanes. So they get in the zone. They drives it to Stankoven. Stankoven drives to the net, and Hall's right in front of the net too. And Hall just whacks at the puck too. Or does it hop over the pad? You know, it's kind of offsides. Hockey's kind of a unique sport because especially the playoffs, just like the emotion. Because when you score, it's just a bunch of guys like jumping and hugging each other, like a bunch of cheerleaders. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny when you actually think about it like that. You're like, it's just a bunch of guys jumping and hugging each other. I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. Oh, are they gonna say that Stankoven kicked Dobish's left or right pad? Yeah, he pushes him and then he gets off balance. Ah, that's facts coming. Was no goaltender interference? I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought that was gonna be goaltender interference. That's how they ruled. That's how they're ruling. Okay then. Okay then. Hurricanes, not only does that goal count, but now they're on the power play because of the failed coach's challenge from Martin St. Louis, the coach of the Canadiens. A failed, they needed that clear. Canadians didn't get it. Hurricanes back in control. Seth Jarvis, however, can't handle a pass, so he's going to lose a little bit of momentum as the team now tries to regain the puck in the slow, controlled state. And what was that? Gostisbehere tried to take a shot in the slot. And he flubbed it, and now they almost lost possession again. Now they're trying to get to control state. They're working the puck back and forth when there's three defenders right between them instead of getting it to the far sides. Broken stick falls on his belly. Quick clear that's a clear for the Canadiens. 3 shots so far, 10 minutes into this hockey game, 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the hockey game for the Canadiens. They're not totally worthless as of so far. However, we are still in the first period. We're still in a very viable opportunity for them to not take any more shots. Or reduce shots, right? They have to earn their shots. All right, let's go. Hurricanes skating the puck in. They get in the zone. Who's going to boost through the neutral zone? None other than Hall, Stankoven, and Blake. Hurricanes actually getting opportunities. They're quick. All right. He scammed hard. He scammed so hard. No look backhand pass from one of the Hurricanes results to a loss of the zone and almost a breakaway for the Hurricanes. I mean, I wouldn't say the shot on goal discrepancy is too bad right now because it's like 3-5 or 3-8. You're in my live, right? Pulling up the game on my phone, so I have some of the other stats to go along with it. So official stats, 3-8 shots, like I said not too long ago. So that's 5. I mean, considering that in other periods they've only gotten 1 shot, and considering some other overtimes they've gotten 1 shot, and considering in certain times they've gotten no shots. I think that 3 shots is you got to start somewhere for the Canadiens. And right now, of course, with their one of their legendary players or one of their greats, Claude Lemieux, is passing. It's supposed to. I mean, it's not supposed to, but like you know what I mean. Like hopefully the team like, oh, we're gonna rally. We're gonna man, that's awful, but hey, man, we're gonna come together as a team and we're gonna use that as healing. I think that's. I think they shouldn't say it like that, honestly. I mean, if that's the way the team wants to do it, sure. And if that's how they want to tell themselves to believe in themselves, more power to them. But I think that's something that the team has to do rather than fans have to tell them. Call it a hockey play. It's the game. Martinuk tries to get past his guy. Dobis will come out to play the puck around the boards. Suzuki can't get to it fast enough. Martinuk gets to it, actually. What an immaculate player. He was a Coyote. Hurricanes continue to control. Will they loft the puck for the shot? Still the battle of control. Turn and shoot. Another opportunity. Will they get a jam opportunity? Ref blows the whistle. I mean, as long as the Hurricane, I mean, I don't know who did that no look behind the There's some guy in the Hurricanes that was like, you know what? You know what's a really good idea to do right now? Let's do a no look pass, and just throw it at the net. I'm just gonna throw this puck right at that net. Oh, here they come again. Oh, they just leave it right on the doorstep. The doorstep. I'd say bless some packs. That's what's up. Dude, I didn't get half of the part of those messages. I gotta. Well, that's kind of lame. 6 hits so far for the Hurricanes, only 2 for the Canadiens. 2 block shots for the Hurricanes. Now, this is the thing that I was talking about. 5 giveaways for the Hurricanes. The giveaways lead to high danger chances, and they lead to breakaways. No, I believe the Canadiens have speedy players on their team. Oh, that's a penalty, right? That should be a penalty. Interference. You knocked the net out. Well, that's one way to get opportunities. Svechnik Svechnikov is going to skate through the blue paint, and Dobish skating back pushes him right into the net. And Canadian fans or Hurricane fans obviously not too thrilled watching the defending goalie push the player into the goal and get awarded a power play for his team. No fighting it now. Hurricanes win the face-off, then lose the puck to the neutral zone instantly. Let's see how Suzuki will enter the zone. He does it by himself, a little give-and-go tactic. He's going to curl around and look for a pass. Caulfield comes in to help him. He just sends it around the boards to the close side. Staub wins the battle against Demidov, and Martinuk clears. Quick and easy. Hudson, he's had some really good plays this playoffs. This series, of course, has slowed down everybody on the Canadiens. All the production on the Canadiens has come to a halt. And a lot of the Canadiens are kind of just sitting around saying, what? What? New hook, set him up. Canadiens still no shots on this power play. They send a puck, it goes right behind the net. They're going to look to control it. And if not, the Hurricanes clear again. And this is what the Canadiens. I mean, you're up a man. You're up a man. How do you not generate these opportunities? Let's see it again. Are they going to get a zone entry? 20 seconds left in the power play. Is that new hook? Texie dangles 3 people, but still can barely get a pass off. Can you control it? They keep passing it into cover. Why do you keep passing it into cover? There's 4 guys down low. There's nobody up top. There's nobody up top. I think they're forcing plays. They have to be forcing plays. to the commercials, everybody. Back to the commercials. Well, I guess we're almost at a period intermission. But I am starting to get a little hungry. I like food. Falling out. It's if I tripped on a skateboard, I would be so upset. Geico commercial hits. That Geico commercial actually hits. That dude that was walking through all these, tried to make one trip from the grocery store after he got home. One trip into the house with all the, so he's holding like 8 to 10 bags. As he's walking, somehow he turns on the sprinklers. And the sprinklers end up soaking his paper bags, and then the paper bags ended up disintegrating at the bottom, and all of his groceries fell out. Oh, I would be so devastated. Pain. The pain of an adult. Offensive face-off draw for Stankoven. Hurricanes win the face-off. No shots on that power play for the Canadiens. And a quick goal for the Hurricanes. Stankoven beats Tobish over the glove. And we're almost there again, everybody. We're almost 3-0. We're almost there. Put them in their place. Just get us done with this series. Get these frauds out of here. Taylor Hall. Oh, Matheson loses his stick. And then he just skates around like, I don't know what to do, guys. Did Dovish get screened, or did he just not like react fast enough? Big sigh from Dolbish. Not good for Dolbish. Welcome, everybody. It's Friday, and we are talking some hockey. Stanley Cup Conference Finals, Eastern Conference. And this is, it's hard to watch. You got the Hurricanes, which actually look like a hockey team, versus a team that doesn't take shots in the power play. Clear lanes, and they're just like, no, we're going to pass it through for the guaranteed goal. They literally only want the guaranteed goal. That's why their conversion rate is so high. They're like, oh, we'll get 9 shots, but we get 2 goals. Yeah, what if the other team scores 3? I mean, obviously, the first game you came out real hot, and we're like, all right, are the Hurricanes going to win at all? And now they have the chance to win in front of their home fans and go to the Stanley Cup final. Imagine that, right? So for the Hurricanes, this is pretty special. They haven't won these games in a long time, and now they have the potential to win this game and go to the Stanley Cup final. Chatfield almost doing some friendly fire. They just get their first shot in 10 minutes. And it was a point blanker, too. It went right into the shoulder of Anderson. So that's another thing, too. I'm not sure Frederik Anderson's going to be able to. I think he's not going to be well tested once he gets to the Stanley Cup final. I think he's barely gotten any shots on him. I mean, it feels like some teams get as many shots as the Canadiens get in one game as they've gotten in a couple of the games in the entire, like, there's 3 games. Oh, a breakaway! Robertson, shot score! Scoot, 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 scoot. 3-0. Get out of here. It's over. So sick of this. Get these terrorists out of here. Oh my gosh, I can't watch these terrorists. They're so fun. Why are they so bad? I don't get it, everybody. I don't know how they're this bad. 15 goals, sorry, 15 shots, 3 goals. It's over. The fans know it. If I was a fan right now, I'd go buy 2 beers and I'd spend $30 and I probably wouldn't even care. I'd go buy 2 beers to celebrate. I'm like, you know what? I'll have a beer right now. I'll have a beer. All right, Hudson. Dude, it's the fans are into it. We're into it. 2 minutes left in the first period. Big old punch. Now, I'm going to pull up the extra stats right now and take a look because I want to see what the blocks are looking like. 2 block shots for the Canadiens, 3 block shots so far for the Hurricanes. And now the Canadiens have 4 shots. Yay! They're trying so hard, everybody. They're trying so hard. Oh my gosh, it's so. What do you got? Can you get the puck? Can you get the puck? Can you get the puck? No, you can't. Hurricanes will just dump that puck. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see how the Canadians are going to come out for period 2 because I want to see the Canadians come out for period 2 and not get a shot on net for like 8 minutes. I think at this point we may have a winner in that trade. Liz Warren. I guess I don't know a Liz Warren voice. Oh man. And offside for a streaking Caulfield, which literally would have been their best opportunity all period. Drop that puck. Now, obviously, if you're the Canadians right now, we got a lot of stuff internally. I mean, the franchise as itself, the fan base as itself is mourning. A lot of bad things happen. Not good time. Huge block. Is that Walker? No, Miller. Huge block, Miller, to end the first period right to the spine. Hopefully he didn't get Professor X'd. Get hit in that right spot in the spine to sever your connection with your feet. Now you're paralyzed. Right, Pops, you want to hear a really interesting thing I heard on one of the hockey netcasts that I watch? Apparently, if the Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup this season, they were saying that the Calgary Flames are going to have like their first round draft pick for the next 3 years from the Anderson trade and the Hannafin trade. Isn't that the second round picks get upgraded to more resources? We're gonna have to do this thing. That's fine. Well, everybody, we're going to go to a period intermission. I will see everybody back for period number 2. Probably should try and get some food. Well, this game. Oh, they almost scored. Back with the Hurricanes. I'm just eating some nuts. Who did it? Gooley? Suzuki held him. No, it was Suzuki. Here they go. Power play. Oh, Stankoven. Oh, between the legs pass. Couldn't get it to the center of the slot. Hurricanes are still controlling it. Stankoven. Got a little too excited with that last one. I mean, at least what I'm happy about right now is that the Hurricanes, they're like, oh, yeah, we know that this is kind of shocked, but we're still trying. To me, that's important. Another centering opportunity for the Hurricanes. I mean, honestly, we don't really have to cast it. I want everyone to talk to me about the following season. Following season, do we think that now, with the teams that were on the bubble, I mean, we're talking the Blue Jackets, the Red Wings, I don't remember. I think there's an Islanders. Those are some of the teams that just barely missed out. I think it's really interesting to compare that to now. And it just doesn't look like it's the same. Or there's this same potential, I guess. It's just so hard to watch. They're not coming back. It's not happening. Because when I think about the Islanders, I feel like the Islanders are probably one of the closest teams. And to me, it's actually kind of the most fun because Schaefer, I think it's so interesting when we watch the Stanley Cup playoffs and we see Hughes versus McCarr, and you kind of get locked into just thinking about those two players. But I think it's really fun to get out, consider other opportunities, consider other matches, right? You think about Barzell, I mean, Barzell's kind of like that guy. He's like, well, I'm their best scorer, but I mean, best scorer means like I barely get 30 goals some seasons. So the biggest thing about the Islanders, I think, is the shift in their coaching, their shift in their management. Before they were kind of like the Hurricanes, which were like, we'll just squeeze you, and we're okay winning a 1-0 hockey game. If we win, you said the word that I want to hear is win. If you said win, that's all I care about. That's all I want to do. And there's some coaches, there are some professionals that are like that, and I mean, I guess you have the right to, you have that right. Sometimes it leads to good hockey, and sometimes it leads to not necessarily the most fun hockey. Oh, right there, Caulfield. You missed the free goal. Another bat. So they keep on getting these opportunities to go back post, and they keep missing it. Is it the nerves? Well, nonetheless, the Canadians at least have 2 shots. So they're getting something. They're generating something. Hurricanes clear that puck. But back to the Islanders. I mean, Barzell's an interesting player because Barzell's that one player that, like I said, he's like, what's going on? Barzell's close to being like older too. Like he's kind of mismatched up. I feel like the Islanders is a team that doesn't really have an identity either right now. I think they're trying to find an identity. And honestly, I think a lot of their fans want that team, want that franchise to distance themselves from that style of play that they had under Lou Lamoriello. I don't think that franchise wants to play slow hockey. I think they want to play high flying, high scoring hockey because that's entertaining. That's what the fans want to see. No one wants to see this hurricane hockey half the time. It can just be so boring. Ooh, Evans tries to make a play. I don't know. Why am I even getting excited? They got a shot on net. Yay. But then, you know what? Here we go. I actually care. All right. So if I look at the Islanders, Holmstrom, Horvat, Eklund, Sten, Barzell, Ritchie, Lee, Gabriel, Petro, Heineman, Palat, Zizekas, Fodi, and Blake gets the 4th goal for the Hurricanes. Get these frauds out here. Blake, Hall, and Stanky. This is a fun line to watch. Hall brings it down, brings it across, gets the shot. Huge rebound from Dobish. And Blake just sends it 5-hole, and everyone on the Canadiens is just spinning trying to make a save. Oh, Demidov almost got one. It was close. They almost did. We're 9 minutes into the period, and they have a good 3 shots. I'm talking about the Canadiens. We're going to open another hockey pack to make this game a little bit more fun for everybody, including myself. Mostly for myself. I'm doing this for myself. Maybe Martin St. Louis is going to need to go to a speech coach or something so he can give better pregame speeches. Commercial time. Lure. 23-24. I got a good feeling about this pack, everybody. If you're in the chat, let me know. If you're here, let me know. Let me know how your night's going. Let me know how your weekend is going. If you got any plans, if you have anything that you want to do, anything that you're looking forward to, let a bro know what is going on. Hopefully, we learn the Stanley Cup final schedule tonight or tomorrow. Dylan Larkin, Red Wings captain. He's not playing. They're not in the playoffs. That's another team we're going to be talking about. Dallas Stars, Jason Robertson. We'll see if they get to keep him this offseason. Nikita Kucherov, Tampa Bay Lightning. They're a team that lost in 7 to the Canadiens. Heartbreak. Andre, get something signed. Who do you want to see signed, Kagero? Andre Kuzmenko. I thought this player was going to be extremely talented, and then he got traded from the Canucks, and then he's just been getting traded ever since. Torrey Krug. How many base cards do we have? Uh-oh. Oh, is this a black rainbow? Torrey Krug, black rainbow. This must have been his last season. Wow. It's crazy because it doesn't seem like that's that many seasons back that Krug is. I'm pretty sure he retired. Alex Iafallo, I think he's on the Jets. I think he got traded to the Jets. Doesn't that look pretty neat? The Stanley Cup! We got the Stanley Cup! We got the Stanley Cup! And it's not even autographed. Blue purple color flow. And our rookie is Zach Benson of the Buffalo Sabres. That's a cool card, I'm sure Jet Saber will like. The Stanley Cup, presented annually to the champions of the National Hockey League. The Stanley Cup is North America's oldest sports trophy. It was first awarded in 1893 to the Montreal Amateur Athletic Association. Blue purple. This is the hardest one to get, the blue purple. Purple is the hardest color to get. But if you were a card collector, you'd be like, oh, the centering is off. I think this is gorgeous. See how it looks in the light. Looks like a chess piece, isn't that? Ooh, that's a 3D effect. Looks like a disco floor. That was cool. Benson. I have follow. I have follow. 4 base cards. That was a really neat pack. The Stanley Cup. Canadiens taking penalties. Hurricanes back to the power play. Why does Hudson's helmet say 29 on it? Was that Giroux or Lemieux's number? All right. Another commercial. All right. So where were we looking? We were looking over here for the Islanders. Wild Chirpster, what's the score? 4-0 Hurricanes. The frauds are losing. The frauds are losing. Good on the bench interview. So as I was saying, this Islanders team, everybody, I don't watch a whole lot of Islanders hockey, so notable players, Bull Horvat, they got him from the Canucks. Barzell, they drafted. They have Anders Lee. I don't know how they got Anders Lee. How did the Islanders get Anders Lee? Gemini is awful. When did the Islanders? Oh my gosh! When did the Islanders acquire Anders Lee? The New York Islanders drafted Anders Lee in the 6th round, 152nd overall, during the 2009 entry draft. He was a draft pick. Did not know that. Blake and Ehlers taking shots, taking chippers. They just want to put him in the dirt. Let's go to the defense. Pelich, Schaefer, obviously, and then Mayfield would probably, but Mayfield's a third line. Goaltending, they know they got Sorokin and Riddish. Romarov and Pulak too, I guess. So the Islanders, I feel like they were a sound defensive team, and that's kind of what they've gotten known for over the past 8 years, is more of a defensive team, maybe 10 years. It's just so much fun to watch Tavares go back to Long Island and play against the Islanders and get booed every time he touched the puck. I enjoy that. Josh Anderson gets a shot. Is that their first shot in 10 minutes? Are they up to 8 shots? Anderson looks like he got one point blank. Hurricanes, I mean, they get a couple tap-ins. It's not good for you. Don't play sloppy. And the dumping begins, and a high stick is going to lead to a face-off. The Islanders to me feels like a team that is very, very close to having a blank canvas. They seem like a team that if they have an opportunity to draft, but I also feel like they have the opportunity to trade some of their players. Now, one of the things that I've learned about hockey is when it comes to trading, you want to get the most out of your players. Well, how do you get the most out of your players? Well, you need to have them perform well on your team. You need them to be desirable if they are going to be traded, right? So the player has to be talented to be traded. Mhm. All right, they're going to go to a commercial. I'm going to stand up so I can stretch my legs a little bit. Put these nuts away. Oh man, I'm feeling good. Finally, this hockey, it's getting better. But okay, back to I gotta keep thinking Islanders hockey. I just gotta keep thinking Islanders hockey. I think that's a team that's close to, like I said, close to having a blank canvas in regards to. I don't feel like they have to be loyal to a whole lot of players right now. I think they have a lot of players that they can patch in. But what I was really getting to is that when it comes to like trade to getting the most out of your players, you need them to do well on your team for them to have value in the first place, right? You want other for teams to trade for your players and give you good stuff. You need the players to have value, right? You don't want to trade your good players for nothing. Then you're minusing. And minusing isn't fun. Nobody enjoys minusing. The other thing is that when do you trade these players, right? So you think about, okay, what is an optimal time to trade players? When do people want players? Well, technically, trades can happen literally at any time. However, certain times will restrict certain playability. For example, if you can trade after the NHL trade deadline, trade deadline, of course, is the Stanley Cup cutoff, to where at that point you must be done drafting, or excuse me, you must be done making trades. And then that is your team that you get for the rest of the season. You can still make trades after the trade deadline. It is a legal thing to do. However, those players traded are uneligible for Stanley Cup playoffs. So you can still do some trading, but that player's pretty much going to get nuked in regards to their ability to participate in the playoffs. So that's one of the things that I think that's actually kind of interesting about some of those rules and how certain things might be a little bit more important to certain teams and other teams. Obviously, look at the Vegas Golden Knights and they're like, draft picks? You mean bait? Ways to get bad teams to get, you want to pick? They're like, yeah, we'll win the Stanley Cup and you can get the 32nd overall pick. You can get a real late pick. We don't need our first round draft pick because it's always going to be a 29th overall draft pick. We don't want a 29th overall draft pick. We'll continue to trade our first round pick as long as our team is this good because there's literally no reason for us to have first round picks. If all we need is first round talent, we'll let other people develop the players and then we'll just nab them when they suck, when they need someone to bail them out. I was talking about how you want your players to look good, and the best time to trade them is at the trade deadline, or because you traded your player at the trade deadline, that's when other teams are going to pay more for players because they're trying to get to the playoffs, right? They want to push into the playoffs. They want to be able to compete in the playoffs. So teams are like, oh, if this is our chance, then you got to think about it this way. There's not always next year. You're going to learn that when you grow up. The older you get, I can't apply for that again. I can't try this again. There are certain things that you only get one shot at or minimal opportunities at. There's not always just I'll do it next year. You start learning that the older you get, you're like, oh, I can't do those things I used to do. I can't do those things I used to do. I can't do those things I used to do. That's part of it, right? So it's a really important thing for everyone to consider when you're looking at the way that these trades can be made. But like I said, trade deadline and of course, kind of free agency is also a larger time to do trades. But obviously, they can happen at any time, more often than not throughout the season, and not during the playoffs, right? So that's for the most part what I would say is going to be one of the most important things for the Islanders to consider: who they want to keep, who's expendable, and who honestly is going to be able to help in the future. I think at this point, when you look at a player like Matthew Schaefer, I think the most important thing is surrounding him with the culture of the team that you want to sell, right? And you look at your captain like Anders Lee, and you're like, Anders, we want to keep you the captain. However, you need to. We'll make you the captain, or excuse me, as the captain, we need you to show this guy the ropes. We need you to show this guy everything there is to know about being an Islander. What does being an Islander mean? What is Islander hockey? What do we want it to mean? You will probably wear the C one day, and I'm going to train you to show you what I do to not only maintain the respect of our fans, the respect of our team, and the respect of our coach, our staff. Oh, Aho slammed that puck home. Hurricanes on another power play. But I think if the Islanders, I think they could do a lot of trades. There's a few players I think that might want to keep. And I think not even talent. I think whoever represents what an Islander should be and what the staff wants to in the direction that the staff wants to take the Islanders in the future. Now, my pops talks to me a lot about the construction of the Islanders. but he doesn't. But I don't necessarily know the play style. If there was something that stood out, obviously you had so many powerful players, so many legendary players. They were just known for scoring goals. That's all they were known for. They scored goals. They won. They scored a lot of goals. So I think that should be the objective for many teams is to, we want the team that's going to score the goals. We want to build the team that wants to score the goals. And we know that that is our job to score the goals. So let's score these goals. No one in the comments. No Hurricane fans. They just made it 5-0. Point blank shot for the Canadiens. They're at 12, 11 shots on net. Canadiens, get out of my face. You're so dead. No one's coming back from 5 goose. They're all just hanging their heads over there. But that's what I do for the Islanders. We'll move on from the Islanders. Next team I would talk about, let's see here, Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets is a team that's just so close. I feel like the Blue Jackets is honestly a team that I think it's not bad for them to pay for a player. I think they should buy some players in free agency. I think the Blue Jackets just need to buy some players and say, we'll pay you money to play for our team. I think there's a lot of organizations that just need to just take risks on certain players. But I think that those risks need to coincide with the contracts of their younger players. For example, you look at Fantilli and what is it, Kent Johnson, and you're like, all right, when are their contracts over or whatnot? I think actually Kent Johnson are got like an 8x8 or Fantilli got like a 6x8 or something. So maybe they're already making big racks, but I think you got to try to surround them with like legitimate proven talent. Sometimes that proven talent, sometimes it feels cool to just, instead of having to build your own computer just to buy it all together. Like some people build these, I could just build it, buy it all together for a little bit more of a premium. Pay a little bit more, but it's all built and I don't have to do anything. Now we're hearing Olay chants. Hurricanes crowd is embarrassing the Canadiens. I don't even want to look at the Canadiens. They're frauds. Get me out of here. I'll see everybody back for the third period. I am Week Haken. I am your favorite hockey personality. And we'll find something to do in the third. We'll find something to do. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Whoa, 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 we kicking it back. We kicking it here. We kicking. You know that I'm here. Yeah. You know that I'm here. You know that I'm ready. You know that we're gonna talk hockey. That's heavy. Yeah. Yeah. Watch them all skate. Watch them all skate. I'm gonna put them on the play. Yeah. I'm coming back. Yo. Oh, yeah. I'm coming back. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's the weekend. It's Friday. It's Friday night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How do I not feel good? It's a Friday. Maybe I should say it Friday. Uh, okay, okay. I gotta be in a good mood. I'm watching some Stanley Cup playoff hockey right now, everybody. Stanley Cup playoff. Who cares if this team's getting slammed to the ground? Ripped in half. Maybe they'll get one for Claude. Maybe they'll get one for Claude. We'll start with the card view tonight, or for now. Looking at our beautiful cards that we got tonight. Polished Pros, Alex Iafallo. He's not a king anymore, sadly. Gen Z Matt Boldy was super cool to get. I'm happy we got Matt Boldy. I'm always happy to get a wild player. I don't have any sign. I mean, the sad thing is most of the signed players that I get are just players that aren't like little like aren't relevant. And that's kind of the worst part is when you get like a rookie that's played 2 games and then you're just like, oh, they've been traded or they're already overseas. This Canadiens fan's having the time of his life, even though he's trying to vibe. Oh, he put his hands on the glass so he could really get into it. He's behind the coach's bench. Yeah, I just want to play hockey. Oof. I like how they're talking about like, oh, you're so close to going to the Stanley Cup final. They're like, yeah, we are, but I feel like they also know they're just as far away. I mean, 3 games and 5 goals, at least, right? Set this Zach Benson back up properly. So Carolina Hurricanes, Vegas Golden Knights is the Stanley Cup final. It will start in Carolina. If I was the Golden Knights, I'd be hopping on a plane tonight. But I think they had like 3 days. I think there's like a 3-day break, so I'm pretty sure they probably won't play till Monday. I'm pretty sure they'll give them the weekend of rest, and then they'll have them play Monday or Tuesday. Stanley Cup final. Vegas Golden Knights. Golden Knights. Just crazy. There are just so many cool franchises in the NHL. That's why I just want to see so many more teams and so many more people have the opportunity for their teams to come back. Have the opportunity to actually have that fandom. A lot of people lose their fandom when their teams leave. And that's just it's hard to grow a sport when relocation is a thing. I mean, we just watched the Coyotes relocate 2 seasons ago. And they're considered an expansion franchise. I mean, I think it's so interesting how everybody hates the Vegas Golden Knights and nobody hates the Utah Mammoth yet. When literally people are going to figure out that the Utah Mammoth were literally gifted the same thing, if not literally 1,000 times better, due to the resources that the Mammoth have acquired, right? That is insane what the Mammoth have access to. People are going to be like, they got a roster and now they have what? They had all this what? Wow, that's kind of unfair. Yeah, it is unfair. And people will start to learn and realize how unfair, how dumb, and how just not fun relocation is. I don't want there to be a Houston team. That's stupid. Bring back, I would say, honestly, if you were to go to 2 new places, I think Atlanta's an interesting one, but if you're going to go to another market, go to Minnesota if you really want to do that instead of doing another Texas. Are you serious? I think what the NHL should do is probably to make the Nordiques, the Coyotes again, or I think they should do 2 reincarnated teams, like bring it the Thrashers back, and then I think they should bring another team back. They could do the Golden Seals maybe. So you bring back 2 teams and then you expand the 2 new markets. But I think they could do Nordiques and Thrashers, and then I think they could go to places like maybe Milwaukee and Portland. I think that would be pretty neat. I think that there are some places that would be really fun to see a hockey team there. I think there are some places that would be fun. Now, obviously, there's so many people trying to make it to the top, but I think the smaller we can kind of make these divisions or make them more of pillars, like 10-team, 11-team divisions. I think 10 teams is good enough, and then you just get to see send 2 teams from each pod. Or right now I'm thinking of 7 gangs. You could literally send 1 team from each gang. Have a round robin. Worst team gets eliminated. And then you have your roster. Or the gang that had the 2 highest points out of the entire league or something, maybe, or the second team from whatever, the second team with the highest points that they didn't get in or whatever could get in from whatever node. So some nodes or some gangs would double stack. Then you'd have 8, and you could do the quarterfinals, conference finals, Stanley Cup finals. I don't think you need 6. I don't think you need this many rounds. I think that the window for competition could either get wider or smaller. I mean, you could have 30 teams making the playoffs with 11 of those and then have 10 of those teams having best of 5s, right? Best of 3s.
First team to 2 wins advances. So there are, but I think the cool thing about the Stanley Cup Finals is that there is a sort of an integrity. But with the league, because the league is going to get to 36. There's no way they're going to stop at 34. So we know Atlanta's coming in, and what's the other one? Houston that they've been talking about. So if we could maybe get, instead of Houston, maybe a Milwaukee, a Portland, I think it would be cool. They've also said proposed New Orleans. I'm not sure about that, but heck, it's a new market. It could be fun. I think, but then also bring back Atlanta. I think you could also do that. Maybe do Nordiques. I think that could be pretty neat. Now, Hamilton got a team in the PWHL, the women's league. You never know if they'll consider bringing a Hamilton team back to the NHL. But I'm a big advocate for if New York and California can have four teams. I think Minnesota could have 2 teams. I think the NHL could do a huge, huge, huge reboot. And I saw a post today about the NHL doing just like a total redraft. I think that'd be so much fun. Oh man, all those ladies just wanted to see that goaltender. Henrik Lundqvist, such a heartthrob. It's just such good looking. There's a power play apparently for the Canadiens and no one cares. You know it's it's bad, everybody, if they're talking about women holding up signs to get to the front to the, I guess, intermission desk staff panel, whatever. Bufkowski passing the puck around. Oh, Demidov just rips a shot at the net. They're getting more shots. They're getting them in the front. Frederick Anderson pounces. Their 17th shot. Oh, now Suzuki's punching. Get out of here, boy. That's stupid. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. My name is Bukakin, and I recommend not being stupid. Well, Hurricanes almost got one shorthanded. I mean, they really do have the opportunity. They could really just drive this dagger deep. I think it'd be kind of entertaining, honestly, to see how bad this shutout could really get. It's just almost comical because the Canadians get it in the zone and then they just lose it on the boards every time. Every time. They lose it on the boards. All right, they're gonna chip it to each other. Gostisbehere gets there first, and now the Hurricanes are on it. Another power play for the Canadiens. Sounds like Stahl's blocking. Let's see, blocking. I just like the idea of growing hockey, but I just think it's hard to think about managing a league. Because I could definitely see the Minnesota getting another team. I could see a lot of teams getting revived if that ones. Honestly, I think it'd be a really interesting thing if the NHL tried the revival project. Like, hey, we'll do this, see how successful it is, and if it is, maybe we'll bring this to other markets. But I think the revival project honestly starts with Atlanta. If Atlanta actually has success, like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And we're like, yay. If it's not good, then we're like, oh. Then I'd be sad. Caulfield scores 5-hole. That one's for Lemieux. For whatever reason, just a rare time where the puck bounced right in front of Caulfield. And he's like, well, now what do I do? Takes the shot, scores. All right, you guys got one. Do it again. Oh, Canadiens trying a little harder. Now the Hurricanes going to try and score because they lost a shutout. There they go. Robish saves it. 5-1 Hurricanes. He is correct. Dun, 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 dun. Back to commercials, everybody. Golden Knights versus the Hurricanes. Golden Knights in 6, I'll say. I feel that the Golden Knights, that team is just that team's different, everybody. That team is different. I think the Vegas Golden Knights' offense is way more talented than the Canadiens' offense. I don't think they're gonna get smothered. I don't think they're gonna suffer the same way that some of these other teams that they beat got smothered. I think when they face the Golden Knights, they're gonna face a team that they're not used to. And of course, Frederik Andersen. I mean, the Canadiens are up to 22 shots. They finally got above 20 shots, and they're doing something. They haven't been completely worthless, but we're used to seeing them be less than optimal. Canadiens be attacking, man. But the Vegas Golden Knights, the way that I look at it, I just think I'm like, okay, Tomas Hertl, Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, Mark Stone, Bar- Ivan Barbashev, Pavel Dorofeev. It just doesn't make sense. Hurricanes fans are so proud of their team. But the Hurricanes, I mean, they got good players on their team too. They got Stankoven, Aho, Svechnikov. Jarvis isn't half bad. Slavin doesn't get a lot of credit. Stahl is their captain. Talented players on both sides, but the Vegas Golden Knights just that team has a swagger to them, and that I don't feel like the Hurricanes will be able to keep up with. We want the cup. We love to hear it. And a commercial break as we got about 5 minutes left in the hockey game. I'm not seeing any comments right now. You guys must be either bored or sleeping. I'm the last warrior standing over here watching this hockey game. When you look at the two goalies, Carter Hart and Frederick Anderson, you have Carter Hart, who has proven that he was able to come up, rebuild his career the after the ruling of the judge. So far, he's doing the most of what he's been given. And then you look at Frederick Anderson, a guy that was kind of at the point to where you didn't have a whole lot of faith in the rest of his career. Empty net. I mean, you look at their defense, like, okay, you got I think Chatfield, Slavin, Jarvis. I don't know other players, I guess. I wonder if Freddie Anderson will take a shot. No, Canadians lose the puck in an easy way. Hurricanes throw that puck to the back net. It's effing over. This is so boring. So boring. Yeah, Rod Brindamore with that little side one. He had his little side talker going on right there. He was super proud of the way his players playing. They playing, play it. Go play it, which way you play it. Huh. The way the player play, where the player play, the way the player does the play, the way, how does the player name when I say. Yay. Hurricanes they're having a good time scoring though. And you look at the Golden Knights defense, Rasmus Anderson, Noah Hannafin, Braden McNabb. They have a pretty talented defense. I just feel, and then I just feel like the Golden Knights just have the edge when you look at their team. The Golden Knights just feel like they're so much more deadly. But I don't really have anything else to say about the series. The Canadiens just show that they got really, really lucky in all of their series, just like they did in 2020. I hate this team. I will never like this Canadiens team. I mean, the players can make good passes when they're playing, but suck when they're sucking. They've been sucking. It was not that good. Power play is just about over. Minute 20 left in this clock. The Hurricanes, after on their fifth try, will advance through the conference finals and make it and return to the Stanley Cup final. Every Hurricanes fan is on their feet as the last minute on the clock continues to tick. 10 seconds left in their power play. They're just passing this puck around. They're going to jump around, jump around. We don't have to do a thing. The Canadiens, like, dude, we're down 5-1, man. What are we going to do? There was a dream, it was alive, and now it's not. Ten seconds left. 10 seconds. Actually, it's probably over. I just got the notification. 20 years later, everyone. That's pretty cool for Rod Brindamore. I mean, Rod Brindamore must. I mean, this is gonna be a heartbreaker for him when he loses. He's tried so hard to get back. And I mean, that must feel so like just the best feeling. Like he's gonna have the best. They're gonna have a real good night. But I mean, they're not there yet. The true battle begins tonight. And that battle, ready to move on to the next round. How is everyone doing tonight? Oh, now I see your comment. Oh my gosh, am I ready to move on to this next round? Give me the final. I'm definitely gonna try to meet up with my brother and other pals to watch this. Maybe some of them might want to be a part of it, but man, I'm just having such a great time watching hockey. Everybody, Canadians fans are so they got unfortunately a little bit more soul searching to do. If you're a Hurricanes fan, you're on the top of the world. If you're a Whalers fan, you are also kind of you don't know how to feel because of course the Whalers are now the Hurricanes. Oh, this guy's got to hand out your crummy looking hat. Take your dumb looking hat. Wrapping up and heading home in a few. Yay, Armad. The Hurricanes. The Hurricanes win. It's over. And everybody, I don't know when the Stanley Cup final will be, but I'll see you there. I'll be honest, I'm not too interested in watching this ceremony right now. This this was rough. This was rough. But the final though, that's what I want to see. Have a good night, everyone. I am Weekakin, your favorite hockey personality, and I will see you at the Stanley Cup final. Have a good night, everybody.